Hello and welcome to Crosstalk on Enterprise TV. Kingsley Bass is my name. Today we talk opposition politics in Nigeria. Well, you know the People's Democratic Party, don't you? Oh well, I'm going to tell you more about them and we're going to debate about them today on the show. And we're going to be talking about this party and examine if external forces is really responsible for the political wars, the internal wranglings within the party. Oh well, let's get down to the conversation. So the People's Democratic Party, once Nigeria's dominant political force, has been plagued by internal conflicts for years. Factional battles here, leadership disputes there, and struggles for control have weakened the party's unity, leaving the party vulnerable to further crisis. And this internal wranglings that have persisted despite moves at reconciliation by the party, and this has raised concerns about the party's stability ahead of future elections, especially 2027. Recently though, a new dimension emerged. Allegations that the governing All Progressives Congress is orchestrating the party's trouble, that's the Pdp'S troubles, from behind the scenes. Some party stakeholders, that's some PDP stakeholders, argue that the All Progressives Congress is exploiting existing divisions to keep the opposition in disarray. And now not just the PDP, but more like, but specifically now the PDP, some people believe that the All Progressives Congress is ensuring that PDP remains too fractured to mount a serious electoral challenge. Other persons believe that PDP's problems are largely self-inflicted, a result of years of unresolved grievances and leadership leadership struggles, if you like. Now, there goes the debate today on Crosstalk. Is the PDP solely responsible for its downward spiral, or is there truth to the claims that external forces, particularly in the All Progressives Congress, are fueling the party's woes? I've got two fine gentlemen to discuss this beautiful day with me. Let me introduce you to my guests. I've got political commentator Gbenga Yonuga Paul. Gbenga, thank you so much for joining me on Crosstalk.
Thank you so much for having me, and good day to you.
Thank you so much, Gbenga, for joining me. Tunji Abdulhamid, my next guest, is a barrister, a solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. He doubles too as a political commentator these days. Tunji, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Kingsley. Gbenga, welcome to the program.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's interesting that Tunji is welcoming Gbenga to the program. Well, let's get down to the conversation.
What do you mean?
Oh well, it's fine. I mean, such a welcome. But yes, straight down to that. So Gbenga, since you have been welcomed, you might just want to feel at home a little bit, and let the one who feels that this is his home begin the conversation. Tunji, do you think that external forces, as some persons have alleged this past few days, do you think that they're responsible for the crisis within the People's Democratic Party?
Of course, it cannot be wished away. Now, politics in Nigeria, external forces when it comes to party politics in Nigeria cannot be wished away. We have what's it called? Internal. I will not throw it away and say there is no internal forces in the crisis in the PDP. Yes, there are. They may not be either. It may be directly or indirectly. People outside the party are working against the party and instigating people within the party to do what is not right. So, like I said, in summary, I want to agree that there are internal forces in the crisis in the PDP. But that internal crisis is made possible by people inside.
So, but
that's my position.
Yes. So, but they are largely these internal forces orchestrating things. They are largely influenced by external forces outside the party.
some of these external forces some of these people who call external forces.
Yes.
Some of them are even member of the party in a way, to an extent. Some are either not clearly. When I say the external forces are using people who are also members of the party. For instance, we have former governors who are openly confirming that 2027 they will be campaigning for the president. So if they tell me that those kind of people are being used to destroy the party, am I going to dispute that? How can you be in a party and you will be saying when it comes to 2027 you will not even support your party, you have to campaign for the president? So if that president now give you an assignment, please ensure, or I'm not saying so, that's up now, or those kind of people are being given assignments to go and ensure that they deliver. What would they not do what they have asked them to do? And it's not my assumption. The former governor of of Benue State openly said it. Governor, the minister of FCT, former governor of Rivers State, said it openly. Mr. Fayose Ayodele, former governor of the state, openly declared that he will be supporting the president 2027. So tell me, can you rule out external forces in that regard?
Okay.
So what I'm saying that the external forces are able to penetrate because those inside are opening their mouths.
All right. Well, Gbenga, do you think that the current crisis we see, brewing and that's continued for a while within the People's Democratic Party is as a result of external forces orchestrating things?
Well, I want to disagree that it is external forces that is orchestrating things. Like the barrister has said, there is no doubt that the external forces are taking advantage of the situation. There is no doubt that the external forces are also fueling.
Okay, a bit of network challenge there with Gbenga. Okay.
Yes. But to say that it is external forces that is orchestrating things is just giving too much credit where it does not belong. First and foremost, worldwide, in every political parties worldwide, oppositions or people from other parties would like to orchestrate things behind the scene in the other party to ensure that they have the higher benefits. It happens worldwide, even among Democrats and Republican, among the Conservative and the Labour Party, among all the parties worldwide. If you go from country to country, you will see all of these things happening. It is more subtle in some places than the other, and it is more openly done in some places than the other. But the fact is that in this particular case we are talking about, it is the greed of some party member that have held the party by the jugular that has given rise to the discontent amongst the party, such that the opposition can now, or the ruling party can now take advantage of this challenge. Take, for example, is it the ruling party that made Alhaji Atiku Abubakar to contest the last election, despite knowing that there is a gentlemanly agreement, an unspoken agreement that after the North does, the natural order of things is that the presidency should come down south. After the South does, it should go back to the North. It's an unspoken agreement, and it has always worked for both parties for a long time. But because of the greed of somebody like Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, no, not greed, because it's like going personal, but because of the ambition of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and is the biggest weight in the party. So for as long as he continues to say, I want to contest, he will continue to get the party ticket, either by crook or by hook. And that will continue to cause disaffection that will only favor the ruling party. So it is not the ruling party that is, fueling anything.
Tunji, how do you respond to this?
You see, he's just saying what I was saying directly, that people within the party who are working for people outside the party are the ones. He's saying the same thing with me.
I don't think he's saying the same thing with you. He has said that one of the reasons why there's a division is because
he agreed that people within the party are allowing people outside to penetrate, and that is normal in politics. He said so. He said so.
So he said they take advantage.
Yes, he's not agreeing with me. That's why I said that if the word does not open mouth, Lisa will not enter. That's what I said. That people within
yes, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. Like you have said, I'm not disagreeing with you. The only part I am saying is that giving credit to say it is external forces. I don't think it's external forces. I think it is internal forces. If the PDP will get their house in order, for example, and they will say, okay, in 2027, we are giving a Southerner, and the Southerner has an agreement with the party that is only going to do one term, because you know that the North will not want the South to do a 12 years straight. And so if a Southerner that they will be fielding will agree, and that is why people are muting the idea of former President Goodluck Jonathan coming back to contest. But if there's a way we can have a Southerner that will agree that 4 years I will do and I will go, you will see that automatically, even
Kingsley, Ben did not allow me to respond to the point you asked me to respond to.
Okay, then.
He did not allow me to.
All right, fine.
I was trying to respond to his claim.
Is it fine?
Because he's putting wrong impression, and this is what Wike and Co are selling to them, and they are buying it. And it's wrong, and they are just saying things that are not correct. I'm not holding brief for Alhaji Atiku. And I want to set the record straight.
Okay.
He's talking about a gentleman agreement. Which gentleman agreement? Where was it written? Who has the agreement? What they are referring to is this constitution of the PDP that says in arrangement with the North does 8 years. That is internal arrangement within the PDP. The fact that APC candidate is from the North does not preclude PDP from following their own arrangement. So let's even say that is even the case. Let's even look at that. I don't want to. Let's even look at that. That is the case. That is the arrangement. Are you saying it is not done at that time? Who was last president of the PDP? Was it not Jonathan? Where was he from? So since 1999, the North has always even spent 2 years. That's Yaradua from the PDP. I'm not talking about that arrangement does not concern APC. It's not a national arrangement that you'll be saying because Buhari is from the North and the next person must not be. That arrangement is not national arrangement. It's party arrangement, PDP arrangement, not national arrangement, not APC arrangement. Not that because Ashwaju is now in the APC and is the president. So the next time PDP want to give a candidate, it must be from the North. That's not the arrangement. That is not it. And if you 2027, PDP decide to bring somebody from the South, and I told him after the let's assume Ashwaju will do 8 years. Let's assume after the 8 years, PDP can also bring another person from the South. It doesn't concern them. The arrangement between them that is APC own. For confidence sake, if you say going by what people are looking for, and again, you see that narration was publicized by Wike and Co to achieve their personal interest. These people, let me tell you, they create a long impression, and people always talk about. I'm not holding for Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. People always say Alhaji Atiku Abubakar when they were doing this, his emergence, was it by nomination? Was it not by election? Was he the only person that contested it?
But we know Tunji what could happen with this process, right? We saw that in 2014 with the Progressive Congress.
Listen, the last convention of PDP was organized by people loyal to Governor Wike. The chairman of the convention, the screening committee, even those the governor of Benue State, headed the committee that decided whether or not to sold or not to sold or where to sold the ticket to. He came up and said it should be thrown open. The governor of Benete that was thereafter talking about the turn of the South, he was the head of the committee to determine whether or not the party should sold the ticket to. He came up to say let's throw it open. All because right. Governor that they were supporting that time, they believe he will win.
All right.
So let's get that impression. Yes, I agree. People within the party are the one allowing the influence. But you see, Nigerian politics. Once you are not in power, you don't have control of anybody.
Okay.
You cannot.
Let's go to Gbenga now. Gbenga, how do you respond to this?
Well, him saying that it's an impression created by Wike shows that he's just trying to defend his point without really facing the reality, because this is a national reality, not just at the national level, but also at state level across several places. So take, for example, even in Lagos State that we are in, there is always this argument about, oh, Ikorodu zone has not done, Badagry zone has not done, it is only Lagos Island that is ruling as governorship. It is a Christian that has ruled for X amount of time, the next one should be a Muslim. And we all see this play out. Wike has no stake in Lagos State. In Ogun State, where I come from, Ogun State is divided into two blocks. The Ijebu-Remo block, the Egba-Yewa block. And once Ijebu-Remo block presents a governor this time, we know that automatically the next governor will come from Egbado, that's Yewa Egba block next time. And these are unspoken agreements that you find in almost every part of the country that has nothing to do with party or with it happens in almost every state, because almost every state have either religious or tribal divides that are put into consideration when they are choosing their leaders. And this is also what happens at the very top. If you're saying it is Wike that is and his co-travelers that are peddling this agenda to help their own narrative, I remember that from the first term of Buhari, I do not like the way his government, the economic policy. I am an APC person. I am suffering from the economic policy of this government. So I have my reservations too, which I always express openly. So I went to some of our leaders in both Lagos and Ogun State. And I'm always saying to them, Lagos, Ogun, and those states to be precise. And I'm always saying to them, is this how we are going to allow Buhari to do 8 years? And I can tell you, and these are leaders, I can't mention their name because they are nationally, they are politically exposed person at the moment. Some of them are even ministers right now. But all of them, without being together in the same place at the time that I was meeting and discussing with them, would always say that if we allow Buhari to go in 2019, another Northerner will come. And that another Northerner will want to use 8 years, making 12 years for the North. Let us just be patient and allow Buhari to do his 8 years and go. Then the thing will come to the south. So if people in APC are having that opinion, and you are saying, yes, PDP might have written it into their constitution or have a gentlemanly agreement, as the case may be, but it is a national sentiment that goes across party divide that has always been there, staring us in the face. So saying it is some people that are playing that agenda is being intentionally, frugal with the truths. Because I know you know.
Easily, it's not a national unwritten arrangement that once a president is a Muslim or Christian, the fight be Christian or Muslim, they can start fighting his party and start destroying the party.
I fought at my local level, but you know, I'm not a big fish within the party. So,
why are the people not doing like UK? What UK is doing? Why they not say I want D5 then? What do you call them D5 then? Why they not do that? So what I'm saying is that there are people who are, because of their personal interests, want to destroy the party. And again, like I said, this idea of somebody must for 8 years. Where is it written in our constitution that once you are elected, it must be 8 years?
Okay.
All right. Soon.
All right, gentlemen.
For me,
yes, gentlemen.
I'm concerned, there is no possibility of people outside destroying using certain people to destroy the party, particularly the APC. Using other in fact, Labour Party has a similar issue. These are the people that are doing it.
Okay, so Benga, how do you respond to that last comment by Tunji there? Because just recently, days ago, the presidential candidate of the PDP in the 2023 elections, and former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, mentioned specifically that the All Progressives Congress, or at least people within the All Progressives Congress, you know, have started, or more like have been orchestrating things destabilizing the PDP, right? The former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, said the same, that there are some mercenaries, you know, within the party and the rest orchestrating things. How do you respond to that? It appears that, you know, these persons, they have information. Do you think they are being mischievous? Do you think, or you know, what do you say really?
Well, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is just being mischievous as far as I'm concerned, you know, because he,
alongside Nasir
PDP stands today. We will treat each person's statement individually, because every person has reason for making their statements. I was just discussing, you know, personally, I don't like Nasir El-Rufai, but I am aggrieved at what the APC did to El-Rufai. So on what the APC did to El-Rufai, I am in support of El-Rufai 100%. Even though personally, during his governorship in Kaduna State, the things he did to the Southern Kaduna people, I do not like him. I will never like him. But because somebody cannot be as loyal as El-Rufai, and then you treat him the way you treat him, and you expect me not to support that person. So on the issue of the way El-Rufai was treated, I am supporting El-Rufai because I know they did him dirty. That's the APC did him really dirty. And I also understand the psychology of why APC did what they did. I understand it, and it is not something that I can, you know, discuss on the media. But for Alhaji Atiku Abubakar to be saying they are paying some people some money, that is why they are misbehaving. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is just being totally mischievous. No money anybody can pay to buy anybody in PDP that Alhaji Abubakar cannot double it. So it is not about money. It is about the fact that some people are holding the PDP by the jugular, and their personal interest is overrides party interest, and they do not want to let go, and this is causing a lot of disaffection within the ranks and file of the party, and they are not willing to let go yet. So he's just deflecting the blame to where the blame should not go. He knows what to do if he wants to solve PDP crisis today.
And that would, I'm sorry, Tunji, one sec. I'm sorry, Tunji, just before you comment, I'm coming to you immediately, but just to respond to Benga real quick, if you say that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar knows what to do, that would include doubling the money he's alleging that the All Progressives Congress or persons are paying members of the PDP.
No. I'm only saying that when it comes to money, money for money, if you want to use war chest to fight, despite the fact that Alhaji Abubakar has spent so much in the last 2-3 elections, you can still, nobody can still beat his war chest in this country.
All right.
But that's not what I meant. If Alhaji Abubakar wants the trouble in PDP to end, to die a natural death, let him be among the leaders who will broker talks and say, I am not contesting for presidency again. I just want my party to win. I just want my party to win, and I'm removing myself from the race so that others can contest free and fair and emerge.
Tunji, how do you respond to that, though? Because that would be the tall order.
I'm amazed as to what he's saying, because I don't know. Atiku, like I said earlier on, this is a contest election. Contesting election, is it by force? Is it forcing anybody to vote for him? It's not democracy, we call it. If Atiku is doing what Atiku is doing now and is able to maneuver and get his results, they will be praising him. They will say it's personal strategy. But so because somebody is already in another party and they don't like him, he will be contesting election, he will be winning primary, they will be saying he's destroying it. If Atiku is contesting election the way Atiku is contesting in primary and is winning all the time, they will be praising him. They will say it's a master strategy. That you know how to get it. So but well, when that is where you see, we're not even discussing the issue well. You know why? Because we have reduced the issue of PDP to Atiku and Wike, as if Atiku and Wike are PDP. So for me, this guy is just deceiving himself if he says he's not aware. He knows that's what happened in Lagos, and that's why to date, no other party has been able to win election in Lagos State, because most of the people in Lagos State who connected party leader, they collide with the APC control party and the state. They collect money, they do this and that, and they work for the party underneath and destroy the party underneath so as to give opportunity to the APC. That's what they are doing, and that's exactly the strategy that's being used up there now. That's you see, Labour Party has serious issue during election. Today, those who are fighting the chairman there, are they not working together now? Because those people are not Lamidi Papa and Co. Are they not working together with what is his name again? The chairman Labour Party.
Julius Sabure.
Meanwhile, the Obi and Co. who are saying that are now on their own. So the point is that this strategy is there. There are some people that we will see that will come out and say, I'm contesting election under PDP, under Labour Party. They are not contesting. They are just there to come and cause crisis.
Okay.
Some of them will come and thereafter. But look at those Okupe, who was digital campaign Obi. See what he's saying now. He said it that he knew that Obi cannot go anywhere, and he was digital. So if you say that kind of person is playing game, will you dispute that? So for me,
you don't have to play game. You don't have to play game.
What was given? But you cannot erase the possibility of somebody using some people to destroy the party. That I'm not saying yes, he can do that. That's tactics. But don't say it's not possible. That's what I'm making. It's possible.
Okay, gentlemen, we've got to go now. We've got to go. But this debate definitely continues. It will continue via socials. You can go to the comment section, drop your comments if you think really that the governing All Progressives Congress or political heavyweight within that party is orchestrating things, maneuvering things within opposition parties to ensure that they are weak, so weak, so disunited that they cannot contest successfully elections in coming months, in 2 years from now, which would have the general elections, God willing. But before we go, gentlemen, I'll just give you 60 seconds. Begin with Benga. Well, what do you say finally? You've made some submissions. Tunji has made his. But what do you say about this finally? Do you really think, especially with what Tunji has just said, do you really think that the crisis within, his reference Labour Party too, within the Labour Party, within the PDP, is solely a result of what they have been doing, that they are responsible for their crisis and not as a result of what the All Progressives Congress or members of that party are doing to manipulate things?
I think they are solely responsible. What the ruling party might be doing will be inconsequential if they have not been doing whatever they were doing in the first place. So you don't have to be influenced by an external force before you know your party cannot win. When I was angry with my party, I moved with some other people to go and contest other Green Party in the 2019 election for House of Assembly. But I knew Green Party was going nowhere. Why? Because of all the candidates in Ogun State contesting that year, it is only myself contesting for House of Assembly, the senatorial candidate contesting in Ogun East senatorial candidate, and a few other people that I know are truly serious about the contest. For others, it was just, let's go to a party, let's go and rally, let them see us, you know, for them. But in terms of the level of consultation and taking the process so seriously, and the same thing happened in 2023. I know many of the Labour candidates in my local government and across my state who did not print one poster, yet they are contesting, their name is on the ballot box. So how can you say it is the opposition that, you know, made that happen for them? If they did not do what, and I've not disputed that the opposition cannot have impact or have force. I've said it in my opening statement that worldwide, these things happens. But saying that it is the influence of the opposition that is solely responsible or that takes the larger chunk of the responsibility for what is happening in both PDP and Labour is what I agree with. I do not agree that it is whatever APC is doing is minute in adding to the crisis in the PDP and Labour Party.
All right, we'll close with Tunji's final submission. Tunji.
Basically, Benga is trying to pretend to not to know the politics of well, probably he's talking because it's only talking about politics of Lagos and the Ogun State. I'm talking about national politics. I was part of the National Convention PDP that 2023. I was one of the security committee. You see, the point he's making can only work in a country where politicians have principle, where politicians are not only where they will get their butter bread. In our country here, it's about personal interest, not about anybody's interest. And that is why you see it's difficult. The only party, as it is today in Nigeria, that can properly discipline its member and go away with it is APC. You know why? Because they have the president. If they, by tomorrow, they are no longer in power, let anybody offend the party, they will not be able to do anything. They will not even answer them. And that's what you are seeing in PDP now. A situation whereby you see the so-called acting chairman taking steps that will facilitate removal of his governor. What do we call that one? I'm talking about Rivers State. A situation whereby a judgment was made against the governor of Rivers State that may lead to his removal. And the National Legal Advisor decided to appeal the judgment. The chairman of the party wrote a letter to the courts and said they are not interested in appealing it. Two plus two together.
Yeah, but again, how's the All Progressives Congress responsible for that?
Well, for that,
I didn't say don't put one into my mouth. I didn't say all progressive. I say external forces.
Okay.
So if you'd like, put it APC.
Okay, but these external forces, how are they responsible for that?
Are using people within the party, and some people who are not also members of the party who are external forces are using people within the party. And you know those people are talking about. I've mentioned them to you. I former governor of the state is a party member, and he's told you clearly that he's going for the APC in 2027. Governor Wike is a minister under the APC, and he told you clearly that he will be supporting the APC 2027. By Governor of Benue State said the same thing. So what are you talking about? Why are you looking at again? Except we want to deceive ourselves.
All right.
You see, we have people in politics who are only looking for where they will get money. And that's why you see most of these people who are politicians, some of them don't have another job. Once they don't have, they are not in government, they will say, I can't survive it too. Whoever that will give them money, they will support. So if you see somebody who doesn't like, who wants to support an opposition, and is giving money within the party money, they will support him. And go to wherever he's going to. So what are you doing? You are helping the opposition.
Okay.
And you are being influenced. And I tell you, he's not in doubt, and he knows that practice happens in Lagos as well. And that's why a PDP, they don't in Lagos State, you can never see PDP in one force in Lagos State. You can never see it.
Oh, okay.
You can never.
Alrighty then, gentlemen, well, we'll need to draw the curtains here. It's been a fine conversation, of course. Points for, points against, this particular debate today. The external forces are really responsible for the weakness, the woes, the crisis, the internal wranglings within opposition parties in the country. Oh well, the debate continues. Mentioned, you can just drop comment in the comment section. Let's know what you think, where you stand on this. We hope to see a viable opposition in the country. That's the hope, right? In the grand scheme of things, we don't want Nigeria to slip into a one-party state, right? And hopefully we can have politicians who stand by principles, who stand by ideologies that they profess and they exemplify. But until then, we'll keep talking, we'll keep debating these matters. It's been Crosstalk on Enterprise TV. Many thanks, Benga Yonuga Paul, political commentator. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, Tunji Abdulhamid, barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria and political commentator. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, gentlemen, as I like to say, I really wish that this was physical so that you can have a handshake and the viewers can be sure that, okay, there is no bad blood, as we say. But yes, thank you very much for your time.
No bad blood. No bad blood.
Of course, there is. Oh well, maybe when I don't know, both of you contest in some capacity or support certain candidates in some capacity, we'll see further fierce battles. I can imagine both of you spokespersons for different or campaign managers for different political parties or different candidates, how that would be. Well, wish you the very best, gentlemen. It's been Crosstalk. Kingsley versus my name. Until next time, please be safe and bye for now.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.